Hey there, card folk. Speedrobo here, and today is an unscripted video with a very special guest. Feel free to introduce yourself.
Hello and welcome, present and future aces. I'm the DBR here today with Speedrobo to talk with him about the flags, plural.
Yes, so I know there was at least one card you wanted to show me today, and I have not seen anybody fight spoilers for like a month because of my new job and the move. In case any viewers don't know, I'm now the card designer for Argent Saga. It's a fairly new TCG, came out in August. So if you're interested, go check it out, as I will be bringing my expertise in the realm of card game design to that game. But back to Buddy Fight. Like I said, I've just been orbiting the community, so I'm going to pull up Buddy Spoiler right now, and we're going to take a look at these cards. And, I should probably, this would be a good idea, have Buddy Spoiler on capture. So we're going to just put in that capture live. Window capture 2. There we go. Okay, that looks good. All right, excellent. That was just completely live on the fly. Don't look at my tabs. I'm not reading Overlord. There we go. Fix that. Overlord, great web novel, by the way. Highly recommended.
What I was about to share my tab of Buddy spoiler with you.
Yeah. So which card? Wait a minute. That looks like Hyakugan Yamigeto.
um, we'll get there,
We'll
cause
we'll get there. We will get there, huh?
very much so, cause these four flags are treated as one flag.
So they're all okay. So it's just Hyakugan Yamigeto, but a flag.
Pretty much.
Okay.
And it becomes a monster.
I'm interested. Which one should I start with?
Um, Let us start with God Clock.
God Clock. All right. You start the fight with this face up along with clock 1, 2, and 3. You may use Time Dragon cards, and your flags cannot be flipped face down by your opponent's card effects. Okay, so Plague is automatically unplayable. At the end of your opponent's turn, if 3 of your flags are in anti-clockwise, so that's counterclockwise,
Correct.
okay, you may put a monster with Time Ruler in its card name from your hand or field into the drop zone. If you do anti-clockwise, flip this card. If you do, flip this card face down.
Correct.
Sure. Okay.
Next comes Clock 1.
Clock 1. You start the fight with this face up. Counter, well, it's a flag, of course you do. Counteract time domination. You may put a hand card on the bottom of your deck and flip this card face down. If you do, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put one from among them into the hand, and drop the rest. You may only use time domination once per turn.
So basically,
Okay.
you get Daryl Burke as one of your flags.
Look at this. Yeah. I mean, okay. I'm not seeing anything too crazy yet.
So the clocks flip themselves face down. That's their entire point.
Yeah, and then I'm assuming like the monsters either flip them face up or there's some like win condition based on having them all face down.
I'm pretty sure it's the win con.
Okay. Clock 2, counteract time domination. Okay, yeah, you can only use time domination once per turn. Okay. You may put a hand card on the bottom of your deck and flip this card face down. If you do, draw a card, and then if there are cards in battle, end this battle. Okay. That's you just cycle, you hand fix, and then it's a negate. Again, fine, and it's effectively a once per game thing because it's face down. Clock
Correct.
3. Counter, well, what were you saying?
Correct. It's a battle phase ender for your flag.
Wait, a battle phase? Phase? Hold on.
Yeah, I'll go back to it really quick.
And end this battle. No, it just negates the attack, basically. Because it just ends
Okay,
the battle.
got it.
It doesn't end the battle phase.
I
Yeah.
misinterpreted the card then.
No, that is an easy way to misinterpret it, but it stops one attack. It just doesn't use the term negate because there's a lot of negate.
Fair enough.
So it's like there's all these new ways to say destroy, but it's not destroy, so it gets around it. Counteract time domination again. You may choose a time dragon monster in your drop zone, put a hand card on the bottom of your deck, flip this card face down, call the chosen card by paying its call cost. Again, it's just a hand fixing thing. So with the clocks, I'm actually not seeing anything crazy, and I'm kind of into the whole like motif of it, of you tick your clock around, and it's going to take you, and assuming it's a win condition thing, right? It's going to take you 4 turns to get to that win condition.
Not really. I think you can do it pretty much all at once during your opponent's turn, because most of these are counter.
No, but you can only use one time domination once per turn, and they're all called time domination.
Okay.
Like, that's the thing there. So they are counter, so you can do one during your turn, one during your opponent's turn, one during your turn, and then the last one is at the end of your opponent's turn. So yeah, it's 4 turns counting both players' turns, which, considering the speed of the game, isn't really that fast. It's about on pace.
Fair enough.
So like, I think that's fine. And it's just consistency stuff. Like, where it's going to get absolutely insane is with the time dragon stuff.
Definitely. Especially because there's one of them that can get really nuts at times.
Which one would that be?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. That is not the one. That is also not the one. All right. I am mistaken. Or it's not on Buddy's spoiler at the moment.
Okay. What was it? What did it do?
I remember the card art, but I don't remember what it did.
Okay.
Ah,
Oh,
but
here's a card type flag. True deity of time, the end ruler dragon. This looks important. All your flags in anti-time become one flag. I'm guessing that means in counterclockwise.
yeah,
You may use time dragon cards. This card is treated as a card in your field. It cannot be destroyed. Leave the flag area. Its abilities cannot be nullified. Can't be flipped face down. And it can attack. Okay, so it's the chaos flag. When this card attacks
yep.
alone for that battle, stop the time. Stop the time of all cards in your opponent's field and your opponent. Your opponent cannot counter this ability. The ability activating declaration of all cards whose time is stopped cannot be performed, and their keyword abilities cannot be used. The fighter whose time is stopped cannot perform any ability. That's cool. That's really cool. I like it. See, that's
Yeah.
it's a big
Oh,
win.
go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. I was interrupting you.
Okay. Yeah, so it's a good win condition that, even though it takes 4 turns to get to, it's worth it because it basically stops your opponent from doing anything. The card is how do you get around it?
Yeah, This is one thing that I've always liked about Buddy Fight. They have really cool anime boss monsters that all have a different flavor. And it's been happening basically since Ozzy Dahaka, where it's like, whoa, that's a really big boss monster. How do I stop it? But the thing is that they're always hard to get to, or they take time to get to. Or they have some big glaring weakness that renders them perfectly balanced given the current meta. And True Deity of Time is another one of those cards because it literally takes time in order for it to hit the field. So again, good job, Buddy Fight. This is another like this is just like Hyakugan was for 100. This is just like Azidahaka was for um original. This is like Gan was for Triple D because Gan was like, holy shit, I can't draw cards. How do I beat it? But like your opponent had to get the Dragon Drive first, and they weren't going to. um,
Yeah.
and this is another one of those things where it's like, if you just kill your opponent in 2 turns, they literally won't be able to play this card. Who cares?
Pretty much.
Who cares?
Right.
Um, I like it. I really do. I was expecting something that I wouldn't like, but no, this is cool. Good job. Unironic round of applause. It's
Only
cool.
reason
Go ahead.
the only reason this gets a 7 out of 10 from me is because like knowing Bushi, there's probably gonna pretty quickly after this deck gets a little bit of support, there's probably gonna be some way to like turbo the win con.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Because part of the reason why I've been playing less and less Buddy Fight is because overall I'm not a huge fan of their card design philosophies right now. Like in X, you were either playing Chaos or Thunder Empire or you weren't relevant. In Ace, the power creep was very similar to that level, where you were either playing an Ace archetype and then you had to be playing Lost World on top of that, or you just couldn't really play the game. And this is going to be another one of those things. I guarantee it. Like they're going to make this broken and not fun. But for right now, it's a very cute gimmick, and I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can all agree that it's good as it is, but the monster it will become, quite literally in this case, is going to be problematic for casual players and players who want a slower game.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with that sentiment.
Especially because there's not much of a scene for casual players. You know, they don't have a alternate format or a legacy format for
Yeah,
players to utilize.
I agree. I don't, and again, that's part of the reason why I've been. It's a part of the reason why I've been orbiting Buddy Fight, but not the whole reason. Is because I really like playing what I like playing, and right now the game doesn't let me do that. So yeah, that's part of the reason why I've just switched to being completely casual with Buddy Fight and less competitive. And right now, this is something where I'm like, that's cool. I really like it. I might pick it up, but it's going to be a very expensive thing to maintain, just like all top decks in Buddy Fight are these days. And I'm not looking forward to that element of it, just like you. So I think we're completely on the same page on this.
Yeah,
Which sadly doesn't make for a very interesting video, as we're just like, yeah, we completely agree with each other.
I mean, I could play devil's advocate. Let me get into my lost Ranma form really quick.
Yeah, just do it. Get into the get that nerd rage going.
This is perfectly balanced. For one, you know, you need the 4 turns to get into it. Buddy Fight's all about turbos and spamming and broken combos. This is exactly what the game needs, and it will actually slow down the game by having uncounterable control.
I actually also agree with that. Like, you're right that right now it's completely balanced. You're right that even if it does get turbo stuff and unhealthy loops, that is what Buddy Fight's about right now. And that for right now, yeah, it will actually help slow down the game. While people are playing this in its slower iterations, you're actually going to see a 4-turn format, and you're going to see people running defensive stuff with this to enable that 4-turn win condition.
Huzzah! I have done it.
Yeah, again, I'm just like, I mean, I don't completely agree with your devil's advocate persona, but like, those statements aren't wrong. So
That's an oof.
yeah, I think that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I do enjoy doing these unscripted videos. I've done a few of these in the past, normally about Buddy Fight and what's going on with it, looking at cards and stuff. So I'll probably be doing more of these in the future, as these are fairly easy for me to make. And I don't have as much free time as I used to. So I definitely love having guests on. DBR, you have been fantastic. I'm really glad we did this video together, and I'm hoping we do more videos in the future. Your
Thank you
channel?
for having me, Speed.
Yeah. Your channel next time?
Yes.
Heck yeah, let's do
I'll
it.
figure out something.
All right. Well, I'll see all you card folk on that. DBR, you want to sign us off?
This has been the DBR and Speedrobo. Subscribe, like, do those YouTubey things to both channels, and in the meantime, play blackjack.
Do play blackjack. Absolutely.